What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be looking at the HXD-ERGO Lat Pulldown, but before we do that, let's hop into some clips. So the HXD-ERGO Lat Pulldown attachment. When I first came across this on Temu, it took a moment for my brain to process what exactly I was looking at. It looked like something more from Starship Troopers than something that I thought I'd use, in my home gym. But on a whim, I bought it. I wanted to see what it was like. I had some limited experience with ergonomic gear in the past, so I wanted to give it a try. I would say it's like a medium width pull down. It has attachments, and I'm holding it the wrong direction for myself to hold it, but it has a closed grip, and then I would call it a medium grip. Doing it on the sides doesn't really feel comfortable, so it's not something I would really do. I'm gonna go ahead and break this down for you. I used it for pullovers, rows from the floor, and then the lat pull downs. I'm gonna start with what I think is the best, and then go down to what I didn't like. So, bar none, this attachment, it's probably one of the most comfortable lat pullover attachments I've used for a cable machine. You get a really nice surface area on the palm of your hand to be able to pull down with this attachment and do a pullover. So I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up when it comes to the pullover movement. Now, when it comes to the row from the floor, I also find it very comfortable. Has a nice surface area, again, for you to pull up, get a nice grip on this attachment. I was using my Syedee belt squat in the video for, those rows. Now, the part where I feel that it's not that it's horrible, but with all the tools that I have in my gym, it's not the first thing that I would go to, would be the lat pull downs. And the reason for that, I find that with these grips, you have to maintain a very strong grip with the pull down. So I feel like you're engaging a lot more of your forearms and your biceps rather than being able to isolate the lats. So for this attachment, I feel I'd be jumping to grab another one for the lat pull down, whereas if I was doing the cable, the lat pullovers, this is definitely the attachment that I would and probably in the future will use, for that. Now, the other thing is obviously with these grips, you can't use straps. So there's no way to alleviate that grip, engagement with this attachment. The other thing I will say is that you could see that there's a single point here for the attachment to the cable machine. I think that they should have added one here for lat pull downs. Now, granted, on the company's website, I only saw this being used for pullovers, but they're calling it a lat pull down. So call it what you want. I think they should have put an attachment here. Because when you're doing lat pull downs with this, okay, when the carabiner is attached here, you have a tendency to have to roll sort of your wrists back a little. And that's just added tension, I guess, if you want to say, that you want to try to keep out of the movement. You're trying to engage your lats primarily. You're not trying to do, unless you're specifically trying to do a grip and bicep, biased exercise. But then you have other equipment and other things you could do in order to do that. Now they have all different versions of these as well. They have closed grip, they have wider grip ones. So and I think I talked about it in my other video with the ropes, that they have an ergo rope pull down, which is pretty cool. So there definitely is sort of like a niche for these ergo pull downs. So there's people definitely, it's got great reviews online. I'm not sure how other people are using it versus the way that I was using it today. It's gonna be something you wanna check out. You have to decide for yourself if it's something that you really think that you wanna add to your gym. Again, if I'm doing pullovers, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be grabbing this in the future. For my pull downs or even my rows on the belt squat, I'm not so sure this is the one I'm gonna attack to attack that. But you know, I figured I'd take a leap of faith and purchase something on Temu to see what it was like. It is available on Amazon too. I will put links in the description. If you guys have any questions for me, you know, make sure you drop a comment below, like and subscribe. And if some of you saw my post the other day about a mystery item coming, this is not the mystery item. There is a larger piece of gym equipment coming that no one knows about. So stay tuned and you'll see that soon. Talk to you guys later.